This meeting is being live streamed. Got it. I love all the consent pop-ups.
Oh, I know. There's a lot of
Like,
consent
you're being
pop-ups.
recorded. I think it's good, actually.
Yeah.
When I used to teach yoga classes for that fitness company that we both worked for, I was like, hey, should we tell people that we're like recording these?
Yeah.
It's like, no, just do it. I'm like, I feel a little weird. I think it's nice to just say, just so you know,
Yeah.
because then you look and like you're being like, I don't know, shown doing your workout, and it's like, I didn't even know you guys were filming this class. Like,
Right.
It's COVID. I'm in quarantine. Don't look at my quarantine body. You know what I mean?
Yeah. People are really self-conscious about their quarantine bodies. I don't know why this is taking
It's not
so
even just
long.
that. It's just the fact of like being filmed without being notified. So I agree. I think the consent pop-ups, I stand by them. I've done a full
Okay,
180.
good.
I was making fun of it, and now
All
what are
right,
you
well,
doing?
I'm trying to get on the live, but I think we're almost there.
Okay.
I think we're there. I think it's happening.
I thought it was already happening.
No, it's happening now.
Woo!
Woo! We're going into the live.
Here we go. It's about to shout back at you.
Yeah, almost. My internet's really slow right now, but we're fine, right?
We're fine as far as I can tell. I mean,
I'm in.
we're
I'm in
as fine
the
as we'll ever be.
um, and it's already muted on this end. Whoa!
Wow. How did it know?
I don't know.
Because it usually shouts at us.
It usually shouts at us, but today it didn't. What a miraculous situation.
What a miracle.
What a miracle. Hello, YouTube Live.
Hi, YouTube Live.
We hope you're happy.
We hope you're safe. We hope you're warm.
Yeah.
Or if you're feeling hot and verklempt, we hope that you're cooling off. If you're having a hot flash, step outside maybe.
Yeah. I know we look a little different today.
I look exactly the same in the same location because the chalkboard, the fuck you, I'm smarter school of idiots lives in my apartment.
It does live in your apartment.
That's where we attend that school.
And I am not in your apartment. So we're trying something new. So are we ready?
I think so. Well, we can start and then
Okay.
Well, let's go ahead and start.
All right. Welcome to Fuck You, I'm Smarter, the comedy game show where we compete with a guest to be crowned the smartest person in the room. Zoom YouTube Live.
Yeah, YouTube Live.
YouTube Live. Hi, Kels.
Join our YouTube Live, please.
We know it might be.
We need 100 subscribers.
It might be hard more official to find us, but you could go on our Instagram at Kelly and Lindsey, and the link is in the bio. Yeah. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Lindsey.
Hi, Kelly from across the pond.
Oh, which pond?
Just not my pond.
Of Sunset Boulevard.
Yes. I am also near Sunset, but not near your sunset.
No, my sun has set long before yours because I'm older than you.
Right.
As Lindsey likes to remind me.
Yes, I love to. I love to. What were you going to say?
Well, we're not in the same room, so there's like this little slight Zoom delay. We're like, wait, are you going to say? Are you going to say? What do you get? There you go. There you go. Go ahead.
Yes,
friends.
if you joined our YouTube Live, you would know that we are not in the same room. Kelly is in front of the chalkboard, and I am in a den somewhere unknown.
Sins and lies.
You don't need to know where I am.
No, it's none of your business. But it is your business to subscribe to us on YouTube, and that's the last time I'll say it.
Great.
I have some news.
Ooh, tell me.
So a lot of times on this show, we have a lot of musical theater buffs, a lot of musical theater kids. Yourself is one of them. Myself is not as much, although I've done my share as a theater person, like in high school and college, right? But I always get those wrong because I haven't seen a lot of shows. There's like 3 shows I know really well, which is like Phantom of the Opera, which you hate.
Yeah.
What's that one that I did in college? See, I don't even remember. Okay, that's
James at Sea. Like you did like one of the ship ones.
It was a ship. It was the South Pacific. We did South Pacific.
Same thing.
Same shit. And that's about it. But I want to tell you that I actually saw a show recently. The first time I've been back in a theater of any kind since the pandems, and I went to go see a show I've never seen before. And what was it called?
South Pacific?
No.
What was it?
What was it called?
You already
Hollywood.
My Fair Lady.
My Fair Lady. See, there you go. Thank you. My Fair Lady.
Is that the Ryan and Spine goes?
That's
mindly
the Ryan
on the
and Spine falls mindly on the plane.
Wow, Kelly.
I mean, it was fun, and it's an old show, right? So you can forgive it a little bit. As far as its content, it was very well done. The actors were fantastic. It was a great company. It was beautiful. It's such a fucking ridiculous and sexist premise. It's so gross. I was like, so at the end, and I don't think this is a spoiler for anyone because I think it's from like the 40s.
If you haven't seen it, please cover your ears.
Yeah. At the end, I'm like, wait, so do they get together? Like, where's the love? It's like supposed to be a love story. Where's the love affair? No, she just moves back in and they resume their ridiculously kind of misogynistic relationship.
Wait.
Like, the affection is all under the surface. It's all implied. It's all the kind of things that we're like, oh, I think he loves me, but I don't really know because he doesn't act like he does, but I feel it. It's all that kind of a thing. Like, there's no real, like, romance. There's no,
it was just, like, sad and boring, and they probably
it was kind of like, maybe they slept, but they just, like, they entered into, like, what you think of as, like, a marriage. Now they're married. Like, it was just like, now I'll fetch your tea in the morning. And, like, I'll give you your slippers.
Right.
And, you'll continue to insult me about my accent.
The Ryan and Spine.
So anyway, that was Musical Theater Corner with Kelly.
Well, I'm so proud of you. However, I have to say that if I were going to see a show, that would not be the show I would want to see. But
I had a free ticket.
I'm proud of you for going.
And I never saw it. You know what I mean?
I don't know if I ever saw it because I think I knew I would hate it. But, like, I would go if I had a free ticket. 100%.
I haven't even seen the movie.
I don't think I've seen the movie either. Well,
anyways,
I'm really proud of you.
Thanks.
I'm
trying new things.
Yeah, I'm really proud of you. I mean, we've seen some musicals together. It's been a long time since I've seen a musical. But when I do see musicals, I tend to, like, tear up and get really moved.
No, I do too. Like, I saw Rent in New York a million years ago. That was moving. Like, I've seen good shows. Right. So there's another one. So I've seen some good ones. You know what I mean?
Okay, good.
And they're fantastic.
Good. And Cats. You love Cats.
I never actually saw Cats. I just know the music.
Well, the music is amazing. I mean, it's
the music's what's good. The cat part is awkward at best.
The cat part is weird, but it's like...
And I love cats. But
it's nostalgic. It's like you have to love it.
Well, you put on a Cats spin-off play in your backyard as a child with your sister.
Yes.
That was the Griffin's Paw, am I right?
The Griffin's Paw.
The Griffin's Paw.
I love that you remember the name of that.
But I can't remember a real musical, but I remember that because that's more important to me. And probably a better crafted story.
Kelly and I went out last night, and I kept recognizing people from, like, our olden New York days. And she kept being like, who is that and how do you recognize that person? And you're like, you have such a better memory than me. But so I remembered things like that, but I would never have remembered the Griffin's Paw.
You've talked about it enough. You've talked about it.
Right. It was famous in the neighborhood, so.
How much did you charge for a ticket?
I don't remember. I don't think we charged. I don't think it was worth charging anything.
I told you the play that I put on for my parents' friends who came over to dinner.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, about the Pied Piper.
With the poop hanging out of it.
Coming out like it was like little pieces of balls of paper tied to string, like in a row, like tucked into the back of my pants. And I was Pied Piping all the turds out of town.
That's still you.
Who I am as a person.
Oh, Kelly, before we start our episode, how long have we been doing this? 11 minutes. Before we start our episode, Bradley and I have a new name for you.
Okay, so Bradley is Lindsay's boyfriend, in case we haven't talked. Do we talk about him? Hi, Bradley.
Not really. I mean, we kind of talk. Okay, I don't think so. His mom listens, but he doesn't.
Oh, hi, Bradley's mom.
Yeah, Gina listens.
Hi, Gina.
Big fan. We call you Kelly Barnacle. Oh,
I love that.
The Barnacle.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm like, I have to do the podcast with the Barnacle later.
Oh, I like that a lot. Mm-hmm. It sounds like it's like an oyster with a monocle. That's what I see.
Ooh, I like that. Mm-hmm. I like that. Well, you're now my Kelly Barnacle.
I love it.
Barn Owl.
Better than the other, right, from Barn Owl.
From Barn Owl.
From Barn Hill, which is my actual half of my last name.
Well, Kelly, it's
Lindsay.
Fucking Veterans Day.
Whoa, is it today?
It's today. Well,
okay.
Actually, I don't know if it's today. Is it actually?
Isn't it on a Monday?
Is it actually today?
Well, I mean today as in the day that this podcast comes out.
I know what you mean, but is it actually today? No, it's Thursday.
Okay, well, we're getting ready for it.
We're celebrating it.
All our Veterans Day preparations. So right after Halloween, like who cares? It's Veterans Day.
It's Veterans Day. Holiday. We get a holiday for Veterans Day. As I've said many times in my life,
How many times?
I support the troops. I just watched this documentary about the kids that got stuck in the cave. Do you remember the Thailand kids that got stuck in the cave?
Yeah, and they had to like swim out and like they were scared and like
they had to like scuba dive them. Yes. So
oh my God, yes.
When I was watching that movie, there are so many things that were amazing about that story. And if you can, please go see that movie. It's a new Nat Geo documentary. It's called The Rescue.
Okay.
I think it's called The Rescue.
Okay.
What's amazing about it is thousands of troops, thousands of volunteers came out to Thailand to help these kids. And I was like looking at it's like the China division, the US division, the Australian division, the Thailand division. And I'm like, this is what it's about, right? It's like people coming together. These people put their lives on the line. One of them died, for instance, in this story. And it's like, it's the most selfless thing you could do is join the armed forces or whatever. Like it's so amazing when you really think about it. And they pick these kids out. They're so young when they pick them out of their neighborhoods and they throw them into wars. And it's like, we have to take this moment to think about these volunteers that put their lives on the line.
Yeah,
I mean, it's pretty amazing. And it's something I could never do. And if my son or my husband would do it, I would be like, no, you can't do that. What are you doing? But yeah, I highly recommend seeing that movie because it really made me think about what it's all about. Why those people do what they do. And that was not even like a war scenario, but it was just kind of a beautiful thing.
Wow. Beautiful.
So I do think it's important to, no matter what your politics are, to always support the troops and, take care of those. And today may be a really hard day for some people who may have lost somebody in a war, or is having PTSD.
A really terrible experience.
Yes.
Which, I mean, it's war. How great could it be?
So send a little love to your veterans in your life today, and we're gonna do some quizzes for Veterans Day, some fun little ditties.
Okay.
Right? I mean, did you write a quiz about Veterans Day?
I wrote a quiz about the ancient Greeks.
Oh, good. Well, let me start with mine.
Okay.
Mine's a little more on the nose, as they say.
Yeah.
I would like to play a game that talks about some famous veterans that you may not know are veterans. Isn't that fun?
Yes. That's fun.
Isn't that so fun?
Yeah, I love you're just like really trying to drum up some enthusiasm for this Veterans Day quiz that you.
No, I think I'm going to
really so hard on.
shock ya with this quiz.
Ooh.
You don't even
know
it's
use the shocker.
Coming to ya. And I didn't name this quiz, so I'm going to name it right now. And we're going to name it Make Love, Not War.
Wow.
Don't worry, I hate myself. Okay. Here we go. Kelly, are you ready?
Oh, me? I'm playing? Of course.
Better be. We don't have a guest.
I'm always ready for you. I know. It would be really awkward if you were asking someone who wasn't here.
Oliver, are you ready? He's not speaking.
And there's not a ghost here that I am on like terms enough with to be able to like I'm working on it.
Understood.
My ghost boy.
All right. Well, Kelly, this one's going to really shock you. During World War II, this member of the royal family trained as a truck driver and mechanic for the British Army. They later obtained the rank Honorary Junior Commander. Was it A, the Queen of England, B, Prince Philip, or C, Charles, Prince of Wales?
Prince Philip?
No. Who is Prince Philip, Kelly?
Hold on a second.
Oh, you're going to Google it?
Yeah.
You're going to Google it.
Who is...
All right, let me ask you this.
You want to tell me?
Which one was married to the Queen and which one was married to Princess Diana? Diana.
Prince Philip was the one that I was thinking of. The old one who just died this year. That was married to that's who I thought it was.
Yeah.
But I
so he was married to the
second
Queen.
Guess myself. Right.
And who was Charles, Prince of Wales?
Their child? Their son.
Who married Princess Diana.
Princess Diana.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, no, I had it right. Okay, all right.
All right, okay. Kelly.
Okay, all right.
It was the Queen of England.
You know what? Now that you said that she was just an honorary something, that I should have known by that. Yeah.
So
because they're not going to give her a title.
The honorary junior commander was the female equivalent of a captain. But that's what they called it.
And look at how they give her a junior in the title and an honorary in the title. Two demotions, even though the equivalent was a captain. Go fuck yourself.
We're also talking about, she's like 300 years old. So this was a while.
Not at the time. She was only 150.
Right. But she trained as a truck driver and mechanic for the Women's Auxiliary of the British Army.
Wow, so she's a mechanic. That's pretty cool.
Isn't that like
I did not know she was a mechanic. Yeah.
I know.
She should set up a mechanic shop, like out of what's the palace? Wherever. You know what I mean.
You know.
Buckingham?
Buckingham.
After she gives back that diamond. Ooh, you see that meme?
You're really into that diamond. You want to talk about it?
No, it's just like, look at my diamond from Africa that our country, probably her, because she's old as fuck, stole years ago, and
worth like $500 million or something.
It's like, give it back.
Give it
back.
Give it back. You don't need it.
That's war plunder.
Right.
Give it back.
Yeah. All right, number 2. This Golden Girls actress signed up as a typist for the Marine Corps at its Washington, D.C. headquarters when she was 21 years old. She later worked as a truck driver and dispatched in North Carolina before receiving an honorable discharge at the rank of Staff Sergeant?
Betty White.
It wasn't Betty White.
No.
I'll give you a B and C.
Okay.
Was it B. Arthur or Rue McClanahan?
B. Arthur.
Yes!
Amazing.
Isn't that amazing?
These ladies.
These ladies.
You love that Oprah, like, cadence.
I know, even though I've never seen an episode of Oprah.
But you're about to do a podcast about it. Woo,
It's
woo,
possible.
New podcast launch alert. Woo, 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 woo.
If she doesn't sue us and come after us. Okay.
She might.
She might.
Definitely doesn't need your money.
No.
No.
Kelly, this comedic director was drafted in 1944 to the U.S. Army during World War II. As a member of the 1,104th Engineer Combat. How do you say? Oh my God. Battalion. My brain, literally, I heard it shut off. Battalion.
You heard your brain shut off. Wow.
78th Infantry Division. He defused landmines, eventually fighting in the Battle of the Bulge. The Battle of the Bulge. Apparently that is a thing.
It sounds sexier than it actually was.
Oh, I'm sure it was not sexy at all. Was it Terry Jones of the Monty Python movies? Carl Reiner of The Jerk? Or Mel Brooks of the Spaceballs?
I'm going to go Mel Brooks, but only because that was the person I thought of when you said comedic director and then put it in that time period. I was like, who was alive then? I don't know, maybe Mel Brooks?
Yes, it was Mel Brooks. He fought in the Battle of the Bulge.
Wow.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out of town.
All right, next. Before he was the martini-loving 007, this actor enlisted in the Navy at age 16 before leaving 3 years later for medical reasons. Was it A, Sean Connery, B, Pierce Brosnan, or C, Daniel Craig?
Medical reasons. I'm glad you gave me an A, B, and C because I have never seen one James Bond movie in my entire life.
Well, don't see the last one because it was real bad.
I'm going to go Pierce Brosnan.
That is incorrect. It is Sean Connery.
What was his medical reason?
I don't know.
Too sexy.
Too sexy to fight. Too sexy to mess up this face.
Yeah, this is moneymaker.
All right, we got 2 more and then a little rapid fire.
Oh, God. Don't say that during a war games.
This country crooner joined the Air Force in 1950, where he was stationed in Germany to intercept messages from the Soviet Army. According to his autobiography, he received the message announcing Joseph Stalin's death, making him the first Westerner to hear the news. Was it A, Johnny Cash, B, Elvis Presley, or C, Jerry Lee Lewis?
Wow.
So treat me like a fool, treat me mean and cruel.
I'm gonna guess
my favorite Elvis song.
Elvis. I'm gonna guess Elvis.
It's Johnny Cash.
That was my last guess. That would have been my last choice.
Johnny Cash. Unbelievable.
Wow.
All right, last question. In 1961, this 18-year-old future musician joined the Army to avoid jail time for stealing a car. While stationed at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, he met musician Billy Cox, who would eventually perform with him at Woodstock. Was it A, Carlos Santana, B, Joe Cocker, or C, Jimi Hendrix? Who is it, Kelly? Who is it?
I have no idea. Joe Cocker.
No, it is Jimi Hendrix. Wow.
So he stole a car, huh?
He stole a car and
or so they say.
And he went to the army.
Wow.
But it's amazing that, especially like the women, that in those years, that they are veterans and then still had a full career. Like,
and we didn't
B.
know.
Arthur is like an OG. Like, she's a goat, man. Unbelievable. I'm not going to do the rest of them. They're too long. But that was I'll just tell you, other veterans, Hugh Hefner, he wrote for the military newspaper, and he was in the army.
Okay.
Bob Ross, stationed in Alaska. He painted landscapes of the mountainous terrain. Yes. He was a veteran as well. He was in the Air Force.
Wow.
Arnold. He joined the Austrian army at 18, and he left his training to compete in eventually the Junior Mr. Europe competition, and they put him in military prison as punishment because he left to do the competition.
Oh shit, he was a defector to do a beauty pageant.
Exactly. And Adam Driver was in the Marine Corps after he joined after 9/11.
Wow.
How
interesting.
Cool is that?
That was actually, you know what? That was fun. I
tried. I really tried. I tried to make Veterans Day pop.
Veterans Day, but make it pop.
It's like Veterans Day, but make it pop.
Exactly. Pop your plosives.
Pop that pussy out.
Plosive. Oh, okay. Well, we went in a different direction. Lindsay.
Are you going to make
you ready?
The Greeks as fun as I just made the veterans?
No, not going to be as fun. Although there is some scandal.
Ooh.
Lindsay.
Yes.
In a recent episode, I forget the episode number, but
I hate when you do a flashback.
Yeah. Remember when we had our good old friend, little cutie Morgan J, on singing the funny songs? Morgan J. I don't remember. I actually didn't go back and listen to it to see what we were talking about, but I just recalled from writing it down that we didn't know the difference. Someone didn't know the difference between Socrates and Sophocles, two ancient Greeks. So we're going to play a little game called Socrates versus Sophocles.
Woo.
And the answer is one or the other of them.
Oh, no.
So you have a 50-50 shot of getting each of them right. Okay?
I just keep thinking in my head of Bill and Ted when they're like, Socrates.
Socrates.
So great.
That probably fucked a lot of kids up because actually in my head, I do hear, like, I know it's Socrates, but then I also hear Socrates, like, at the same time.
Socrates. Oh my God, hilarious.
Bill and Ted. Lindsay, can we be Bill and Ted?
Yes, please. Yes.
Thank you. Because you and Bradley were Wayne and Garth, and I was impressed, only slightly saddened because I was impressed.
I know. I can't believe we never did that. Well, now we have the wigs. Yeah. I thought about it, actually.
Or the ex-girlfriend. I could have been on the bike with the neck brace.
Oh my God, Psycho Hose Beast.
Yes.
That would have been perfect.
Well, we can, you know what?
It's not too late.
Let's cut this out, but it's not Halloween yet, kids.
Not too late.
All right, Lindsay. Socrates versus Sophocles. Ding, 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 ding. All right, Lindsay, number one. There's only a few questions, don't worry. Number one. He took first prize in the Dionysia in 468 BC. Remember, this is what we talked about. The Dionysia. He took first
theater
prize.
festival. Mm-hmm.
468 BC. Socrates or Sophocles? What's your guess?
Sophocles?
That is correct. Sophocles was a tragedian, aka a playwright, or someone who did plays.
And Socrates was more
of a philosopher.
A philosopher. Yeah, can you believe that I knew that?
I'm proud. I'm really proud of you. Really, really proud of you. But you see his long-lasting cultural effects. He was in Bill and Ted.
Right.
Right?
He will never die.
He influenced Western thought a lot.
Right.
Number 2, Lindsey Gentile. Echoes of his words can be found in the song Knowledge by Green Day from their 1991 album 1039 Smooth Out Slappy Hours. Do you remember that song?
Yeah.
What is the main verse? Or maybe it's the chorus? I don't know.
1,000 away. Years away.
All I know is that I don't know.
Oh.
All I know is that I don't know
nothing. All I know is that I don't know. That's one of them?
So either Socrates or Sophocles said something that was essentially that's been carried on.
Socrates.
Yes, it was Socrates. He said, I know that I know nothing. I know that I know nothing.
Oh, I love that you snuck Green Day in there. How'd you do it?
It just happened. It was divine intervention. I don't know.
I thought that was a cover. Is that their song?
I don't know.
I think it's an Operation Ivy cover.
Oh, but they definitely sang it.
They sing it all the time.
I mean, it's on that album.
Oh, it is on that album? Then it's theirs.
It is on. I looked it up because I didn't remember what album.
For
it was
some
from.
reason, I always thought
it's called Knowledge.
Yeah, I don't know.
It could be a cover. It's on 1039 Smoothed Out Slappy Hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
Which I think was before. That was before like Dookie. I remember it. I had it.
Yeah, I had it
was
too.
From 1991.
Yeah, I guess it is Green Day. For some reason, I always thought that was Operation Ivy that they did a cover of. I love that.
Well, there you go.
What a great punk rock song. They're fucking legends.
So good. That was like one of the best nights of my life. I saw them and
oh my god, so fun. The best.
These people that I was sitting next to on the plane coming back from Philly had been at that show.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how we started talking
to you, or oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know. We just we're just chatting, just like very little chats in the beginning, just
right?
Like are you coming or going? Are you
right?
Whatever, and it's like and then I don't know how we got into it, but then I said something about like I don't know. We're probably talking about like pandemic traveling.
COVID.
I just went to like a concert for the first time. They're like, so did we, and then we're like, which one? And like Green Day at Dodger Stadium. Like me too.
That's so cute. I love it.
Super cute. All right, back to your quiz.
Okay.
Lindsey, so you got that one right.
Wow, this has been fun.
You got both of them right. Number 3. An ancient source contains references to his sexuality. Quote, he was partial to boys in the same way that Euripides was partial to women, which I'm sure was a sick burn at the time. And it was also said that he once led a boy outside the city walls for sex, and that the boy snatched his cloak, leaving his own child-sized robe behind. Which, ew, that's sexual assault on a child.
Yeah, that's
bye.
I feel like Sophocles.
That's correct.
I feel like
these actors.
It's the Dionysus thing where everyone's just fucking each other.
Yep. Yeah, and then but like this was not scandalous at the time. This was like
Right.
Oh, that's Sophocles.
Right.
Just fucking boys outside the city.
It wasn't scandalous until basically, what's his name made it scandalous? What's his name that used to come to London with the little kids? Kevin
Oh,
Spacey.
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, this was acceptable until that.
It wasn't scandalous until like 2 years ago.
Right, right.
Otherwise, it's just either shoved under the rug, swept under the rug, or shoved in the rug. Or it was just like totally out in the open. Like, so Sophocles composed an elegy about the rumors.
Whoa.
So like I guess Euripides was saying that he did it. Euripides was like, yeah, he did it. Fuck him. He fucked the little boy. And then Sophocles was like, it was the sun, Euripides, and not a boy that got me hot and stripped me naked.
Oh.
This is like old school, like East Coast, West Coast, like.
I love it.
Yeah. So if you
Euripides, anyway, eat a dick.
Yeah, Euripides, eat a fucking dick, brah. Lindsey, number 4. He was sentenced to death on the charges of corrupting youth, worshiping false gods, and not worshiping the state religion.
Oh, well, this is interesting. This could go either way.
It could go either way.
You have a philosopher that marches to the beat of his own drum, maybe thinks about things a little bigger than just God. But we have a writer that like is questioning everything.
And we know some of his proclivities. Corrupting, you never know.
Oh, man, this is tough, you guys. This is tough, but I'm going to go with Sophocles.
No, it was actually Socrates. It was Socrates. It was Socrates. Yes, sentenced to death, most likely by drinking the hemlock.
Ooh,
heard of that before? That they made him drink hemlock.
No, is that like the tree?
I guess it's like a poisonous. They can make some kind of poisonous concoction out of it.
Weird, because on alone they drink hemlock tea sometimes.
Well, I don't know the proportions, but it's deadly.
Wow.
So they maybe should stop.
Yeah,
so
maybe
much
they should.
about Socrates.
Yeah.
All right, you're doing really good, Lindsey. Just a couple more questions.
Thank you.
A crater on the moon bears his name, and he was compared to Jesus by Percy Bysshe Shelley, poet and husband of Mary Wollstonecraft Godwin Shelley, author of Frankenstein. So compared to Jesus by Percy Shelley, and also a crater on the moon is named after him.
I feel like that's got to be Socrates.
That's correct. Socrates it is.
Wow, there's a crater on the moon named after him. That's cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
Then you know you've made it.
Yes. Then and only then. And not just because you bought a star.
Right.
You know, like we all have a star named after us that's
right.
Like, we'll never even see it. Like
right.
It's too far away to even be seen by the human eye, even with a telescope. We just like assume it's there. So here
right.
you have a star. Right?
No, this is like the real deal. They have a crater.
On the moon. No, that's legit.
Oh, that makes me jealous.
That's top tier. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 2 more questions. Lindsey. He died at the age of 90 in 406 BC, just 2 years before the final surrender of Athens to Sparta, who were warring at the time.
Oh, I'm going to say Sophocles.
That is correct. Very good. Socrates died in 399 BC, which was just a few years after Sparta took over Athens.
Wow.
They fought for like 30 years in the Peloponnesian War. It was a significant power shift in ancient Greece.
Wow.
It ushered in a period of regional decline that signaled the end of what is considered the golden age of ancient Greece. So they were both right at the cusp of that. Interesting. Lindsey, number 7, last question for you. While he was alive, although he was revered in many circles, he was also the object of comic ridicule, and a play was written about him called The Clouds, written by Aristophanes, the playwright, and it portrayed him as a petty thief, a fraud, and a sophist with a specious interest in physical speculations, whatever that means.
Is it Sophocles?
No, it's actually Socrates.
Wow.
So basically, he was like a great speaker, a great thinker. He would engage people in conversation. That's how he like taught, and like he created dialogue, you know, and
right, a schmoozer.
Yeah, and a little maybe egotistical, like a little bit like let me tell you, a little bit of a mansplainer,
right?
If we could kind of put it into you know,
layman's terms.
Layman's terms, or like today's context. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Socrates, stop mansplaining.
So they were just sort of like, okay, got it.
We get it. We get it. You know nothing and you know everything and all.
Right. And he did say things like that. He's like, I know nothing, I know everything. Like he was, yeah.
I've said this on the show, but I remember taking philosophy in college and being like, nope. Not. I don't have time. I don't have time.
I thought I would love it because I feel like I have that kind of mind. That's like, yeah. But I found it so dull. I found it so dull. It's just a bunch of old Greek men. It's like it's kind of irrelevant. Ancient philosophy is kind of irrelevant. I would rather learn about like these ancient cultures and their like, I don't know, their like religious practices or something, or like their storytelling. I don't know, just things that seem more like, I don't know, connected to like humanity and the collective, instead of just one guy like sitting around twiddling his beard being like, well,
God told me that if you it's like,
and
who are you?
But could God tell me? And
but did God tell me? Nobody knows.
Right. So it's like kind of like I can understand kind of some of their like questions that they maybe start going into. You know what I mean? Like what it right and wrong. Is there a God? Like how can we know the nature of reality? Like that, the nature of reality. Like that's what interested me in philosophy. But then it just turned into a bunch of guys like jerking each other off.
1,000%. And I think in this conversation, I'm thinking like we need to have a philosophy episode.
Oh shit! It's gonna be like me trying to explain E=mc².
It really is.
Bad. It's gonna be really bad.
It could be really, really bad.
Let's do it.
Oh my god! Well, this quiz makes me want to watch Bill and Ted and watch Wayne's World, just because we mentioned it earlier and maybe didn't, because you may have taken that out, but I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Did she take it out? I don't know.
Was it ever there to begin with? If I think it, is it there? If I say it 3 times in the mirror, does it appear like Bloody Mary?
I'll never forget the classroom. Like, I remember being traumatized by philosophy. And just being like, no. Oh, no. Ooh, bad.
That's how I felt also in oceanography. I was like, this is going to be so fun. I love the ocean. And then it was like math, graphs, numbers, like charts. I was like, no.
In my college, because it was a BFA program, like you heard from the seniors what the easiest classes were to take for your gen eds. And one of them to get whatever credit, the science credit, was oceanography. And only with this teacher was like the easiest class. So oceanography was like a cakewalk, thank God, because this teacher was just like a really bad teacher.
Or a bad teacher.
It was a really bad teacher that was just like, you pass.
Well, I quit the class. I took something else. I was like, I can't do this. Yeah, I withdrew and I took something else.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Like I'm not going to do well.
I think we mentioned this in the beginning of the episode that we're in 2 different places and we're not in the same place.
We did, yeah.
Kelly, I feel so sad being so far away from you. I don't like it.
You know what? In a weird way, it's not that I like it more than being next to you, because I love you. I love your physical proximity to my body. Like that makes me feel I feel secure and safe when you're around. But I like looking directly at you. That's the only thing. Should we start facing each other? Is there a way to like do the 2-camera thing? Like, I want to face you.
Yeah, you want to look straight into my eyes.
Well, you're beautiful.
Look into my eyes. Well, happy
Lindsey,
Veterans Day, you
yes.
guys. Kelly, I love you so much.
I love you so much.
So much. Listeners, support your loved ones today. Reach out to someone who may be having a hard day.
Or do it on Thursday when it's Veterans Day.
Right, that's what I mean.
Well, reach out to reach out to someone else today, and then someone else.
Yes.
2 people. It's
two
just
people.
2 people.
That's your
you
homework this week. Reach out to 2 people who need to hear that they are loved, they are supported, and that you're
one
there
of
for
them could be yourself.
Sure, just give yourself a big old hug. I feel like we are Bob Ross right now.
It's a happy little penis.
Give yourself
pointing. You'd know if you were on the YouTube live.
If you were on the YouTube live, you would know that.
You'd see that I'm pointing to a chalk drawing of a penis.
Yes.
And there's a happy face right next to it, literally.
There is, indeed.
Just like Bob Ross would have wanted after the war.
Just a big old dick in his face.
We should do a whole thing about Bob Ross.
We should.
I don't know anything about his life, except now that I know
there's a documentary about him that's amazing.
Oh, wow.
On Netflix or Hulu, I think.
So the documentaries that we need to follow up on. Okay, first of all, Bill and Ted, important documentary.
Yeah.
The Bob Ross documentary. And what was the other one that you suggested earlier?
I said we have to watch Wayne's World.
No, there was a documentary, though. That's also a great, important
Oh, my God, The
nonfiction.
Rescue. You have to watch The Rescue. It was really, really well done. It's the guy who did Free Solo, and it was really, really well done. Anyway.
Anywho's, have a
Kelly,
wonderful week. Lindsey,
where can they find us?
They can find us at Kelly and Lindsey on all the platforms. And then we have, of course, I said I'd never mention it again, but here I go. YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. And find it by searching for Kelly and Lindsey.
Yes, please rate, review, subscribe. Please tell
your
friends.
They could. I mean, I found it today. I was looking for our YouTube channel, and I put in "F you, I'm smarter."
Okay, and
but I did it with the asterisks.
Right. It's a little hard, but we're working on getting enough subscribers.
If you follow us, we'll stop telling you to follow us.
Right.
And then we'll have.
This is a symbiotic relationship. Like, you give, we take care of each other.
Right. We ride on the back of the whale.
Yeah, come and ride that train and ride it.
In oceanography. Okay. Bye.
Love you guys.
We're derailing. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, bye.